But my thoughts on it, James, and this will be the controversial part of it.
Okay, I'm ready to hear it.
So Metallica, after post the Black Album, have struggled. I feel
I would agree.
they've really struggled, and I don't believe that they blew their load. Another pun.
Nice.
On the Black Album, but I didn't intend the pun on that one, people. But I don't believe that they. I don't think they blew their load. I think that they love their fans so much that they killed their artistic growth for their fans. Maybe not intentionally, but I'm not gonna say that the cult fans killed Metallica artistically, but I think Metallica committed artistic suicide for their fans. That's how much they loved you guys. That's my opinion.
Never thought about it like that. I can't say I disagree with it. I never thought about it that way. I have to. When I go back and we look at this video, I'll have to get some deep thoughts in on that. That's a good point. I never thought about it like that.
Well, if you their subsequent releases, everything thereafter, it seemed like they were always mentioning we're back to our roots, back to our original sound, back to this, back to that. Fuck that shit, man. They should have grown. They should have went on. They stunted their growth for their fans.
Yeah.
Their diehard fans.
I agree and have always thought that after this album that they struggled. I'm not a fan of Load and Reload. There's a couple of good songs on there. Hero of the Day.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of that song. But those two albums, I'm not big on. Saint Anger, possibly one of the worst albums ever made.
Oh,
in my opinion.
It was terrible.
Not worst Metallica album. Worst album ever made.
It was a train wreck.
It was awful.
And a friend of mine said he thought the same thing, or didn't like it very much, but he watched the making of the Saint Anger video and had a new appreciation for it. But I did too. I didn't have the same reaction there. I thought it was
rushed.
I thought it was hollow, just like their newest album.
I'm not a fan of that one either.
It is their shell of their former selves. They're like a tribute band. I mean,
it is what it is, yeah.
To me, it's a tribute band. I said the same thing about Saint Anger. This is a good Metallica sounding band, but it's not Metallica.
Not Metallica. Now, in between those two albums, Saint Anger and I can't even remember the name of the new album. Anyway, there was an album called Death Magnetic. I was a fan of that album. I liked it. It had some good tracks on it. Went back to some lengthier songs. It's still, going back to that roots kind of thing. Going back to those longer songs. It was a little bit more thrash-y.
Yeah.
But I agree with Keith. If you're gonna change, go with that change.
They lost their soul. I mean, their passion wasn't there. Their passion wasn't there. They loved their fans and they tried. And I'm going to read a comment on James about the Black Album. He said why they changed. He said, you're sitting there and you're worried whether people are going to like the album, therefore you have to write a certain kind of song. That's why they changed. He said, you just end up writing for someone else. Everyone's different. If everyone was the same, it'd be boring as shit. And he made that statement right after the Black Album came out and justifying the change. Well, he threw that whole shit out the window and wrote for the fans, in my opinion. That's my opinion. And went completely backwards, but his heart isn't in it. I can tell you, man, it's just no soul whatsoever. Band, all listening to the Black Album is all heart and soul. This album is loaded with it.
I agree.
I was listening to this album today and I was like, fuck! What a fantastic album.
Yeah.
I'll rest my case.
Okay, so going back a little bit into earlier what Keith said about sacrificing themselves, and they had their struggles and stuff, their struggles within. I'll throw one out there, not as good as yours, but let's talk about getting butthurt. Okay, so of course you can't talk about Metallica without the cliche of bringing up the Lars and the whole Napster shit. At the time I was like, who gives a fuck? It's their music. If that's the way they feel about it, let them feel that way about it.
Yeah.
And then of course you had people who were like, well, that's all right, that's free, whatever. Okay, that's your opinion too. I know they lost a lot of fans over that Napster stuff. In my opinion, I think they went a little, I think Lars went a little overboard with it. He kind of seemed out of touch.
Maybe alienated people.
Yeah, alienated. Kind of seemed a little out of touch because, you can't tell me these guys didn't take like Iron Maiden and Deep Purple tapes and stuff like that and, dub them over onto a blank cassette back in the day. You can't say that didn't happen. It's the same thing as going to Napster or whatever.
I think it's a little bit different, though.
You think so?
I think today it's a little bit harder for artists to make money, and the fact that the copyright infringement, it's so hard to control.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, yes, you could hit record or dub an album, but that's limited. That shit's gonna wear out. And electronically, once you've got it, you've got it. And it's so easy.
Yeah, I can see both sides of the spectrum there.
I'm not totally discounting what you said because I thought it was at the time. I thought it was a little bit overboard.
Right.
But
knowing what we know today.
Right. I think he was a wise man. I think he's seen something coming.
I agree.
That maybe a lot of people didn't, and a lot of people didn't get on board with him that should have. And if more people had gotten on board, maybe things would be a little bit different. I think the record industry lets the artists down, or did let the artists down, because they didn't do anything about it. I think there could be a lot more done. I think the way to go for an artist these days is it's a little bit easier to become your own production company, to start that up, to produce your own albums, to do it all yourself, relatively. It may be a little bit harder, it's a little bit easier with an entity promoting you, but there's a lot of word of mouth out there. And all it takes is getting a little fan base promoting you and getting you out there. I make it sound easy, but it's not. But anyway, it's easier than it was in those days to do it by yourself these days.
And it's almost like you were in my head, because that was one of the points I was going to get to, was that he saw this stuff coming. They lost a lot of fans. Because they were all like, oh, you're a bunch of rich motherfuckers, and y'all are out of touch with the fans, and blah blah blah. But he saw it coming before a lot of other people did,
Right.
So that's why I can kind of see both sides of it. I think back at the time when I was,
you're young, you were younger, you're older now,
I get it.
More how finances work, and those guys, yes, looking back on it, they were rich. Yes, they already made their money. They were thinking about new guys, and they're not getting the same deals as they used to.
That's true. Now, take Metallica back in the 80s, when they first, were starting out. Of course, they're going to take advantage of the same opportunities that people today have.
Right.
I keep looking at this album as it's playing. And it's just, this is an awesome song too. Don't Tread on Me. It's great. It's great.
It's so heavy, so mean.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah. And for the longest time, I didn't know necessarily where the snake came in. It's on the album. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, but it is from this song, from the I think it's called the Gadsden Flag.
Right.
Where it has the snake coiled up and Don't Tread on Me. Really one of the first, I think maybe naval flags that was used in America. Not necessarily, I don't think it was an American flag, maybe it was, but
maybe associated with the Marines as well.
yeah, I think so.
Marines.
But for the longest time, I was like, why is there a snake on this album? Is it just to look cool or whatever? And then, when you get older and you start reading about different stuff, you realize, hey, that's where that snake comes from. So if you've never seen or know what the Gadsden flag looks like, look that up on Google and you'll see that coiled up snake that's on the corner right here. Again, I don't know if the light's going to show that or not, but everybody's seen that snake on the album. So.
Record.
Okay, so we've got the second record on this album. The first song that's playing on here is Through the Never. Actually, a movie called Through the Never, like concert footage or something that came out a few years ago. I've never actually watched that.
I haven't either.
I've been told to watch it. There's a guy at work. His name's Joey Shaw. Shout out to Joey. He tells me that this movie is fucking awesome. I don't really know what the premise is on the movie, but apparently it's like just a bunch of concert footage stuff. I don't know. I'll have to watch it. But it's called Through the Never. I'm going to check it out. Especially have to now that I've mentioned it on. So you want to rate the beer or you want to rate the album first?
We started talking about the album first. Let's rate the album.
Okay. All right. So
1 to 5.
1 to 5. Whatever. This is a 5 all day, every day for me. So
100% agree. Solid 5. It will always be a 5 in my book. I'll probably listen to this album when I'm in my 80s if I make it that long.
If you make it that long, yeah, same here. Yeah.
But I loved this album in high school. Hadn't listened to it much because I wore it the fuck out. But I listened to it today and I was like, oh my god, this is a spectacular album.
Yeah, it's awesome.
In every way.
Yeah.
I'm so passionate about this album, a renewed passion for it, and I really knocked the guys with their post-black stuff, and I need to go and watch some later concert footage and see them live and see what they got. And I'm gonna give. I won't listen to St. Anger.
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm not going to because I listened to it when I was more mature. But I'll listen to the newest album. I've only heard their 2 songs on the radio. I'll listen to that, and then Death Magnetic. I'm gonna listen to it because the guys with this album, they deserve that consideration.
I bought Death Magnetic when it came out. I didn't buy the latest album. I like Death Magnetic, like I said earlier. Unfortunately, I don't have that album anymore. I may get that album again. But I have the other Metallica albums, and they all rock. Well, except for Load and Reload and St. Anger. I don't have those. But the Black Album and everything before the Black Album, I have that. Just awesome stuff. Especially the Cliff Burton years. I mean, that's a cliche to go back and say, because everybody's a big Cliff fan. I think it was fucking awesome. And their artwork on their albums are some of the best. Yeah. I mean, just like thought provoking. With the tombstones, with the puppet hand, right. the hands with the puppet strings on them.
Master of Puppets has been my favorite.
Yeah.
For years, and I have listened to that in recent years, but the Black Album, it's getting much love from me today.
Yeah, it's a great album. Okay, so we both rate the Black Album 5. What about the beer?
5 as well.
5 as well.
It's probably this is probably my all-time favorite beer.
All-time favorite beer?
All-time favorite.
Really?
I mean, this month is the first time I tried this beer, and the only thing I have against the beer is how expensive it is. But it is fucking fantastic. I love it.
It's good. Yeah,
it's my favorite beer.
Yeah, I'll give it. You gave it a 5.
Give it a 5.
I hate to ride the bandwagon, but I'll have to give it a 5 too for what it is. For the wheat style ale, I'll give it a 5. Some of the others that I mentioned earlier, I've tried those. I'm not a fan of them, but this is. I mean, it's a balanced beer. It's not too tart or not too bitter. It's not, you know, it doesn't have like a strong, crazy finish to it.
No, it's a clean,
Yeah.
good finish, and if you like wheat beers, you'll love it.
Yeah.
If you don't, then I don't know.
Just go and try it out. Again, it's not going to hurt you. Just try it out. Go to a bar if it's on the
In case
menu.
you didn't
Try it.
notice, we refilled.
We did. I don't know if we've ever done 2 in one video or not, but we had a lot to say. And
It's the first one we've ever refilled.
I'm glad we decided to do this beer tonight. I'm glad we decided to do this album as well.
Right.
So again, 3 Floyd's Gumball Head, some awesome stuff. Maybe I'll get some Alpha King. You've never tried Alpha King?
Never tried it.
I might get some Alpha King next time, and we'll just do a 3 Floyd series here, maybe.
Maybe I'll revisit some newer post Black Album Metallica and then do some more 3 Floyds at the same time. Never know. James is swimming down it. By the way, James shitty poured that.
Oh, come on! This is not on video, so it never happened. Never happened.
Never
You can't prove it. You can't prove it. All right.
All right. Closing thoughts.
Okay.
Closing thoughts on the album.
Kick-ass album. We've got to listen to Carole King apparently. We got Donnie Alvey in on this video. Metallica. You know, I've never seen them live. I hope to see them live sometime.
Yeah.
I've never had the opportunity to see them.
I'd see him live. I'd love to see him live. I've got a challenge.
Okay, let's
A challenge for the all the diehard Metallica fans. We've got what do we have? 56 subscribers. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks to the 56 out there who are subscribing.
56
Appreciate
out
that.
there. If any of you 56 are those crazy diehard Metallica cult fans that threw your CD out the window, I challenge you, please go re-listen to the Black Album.
Sure. Yeah.
In your maturity, go back, give them another chance, see what you think. Consider the points that James and I made about the album and the artist and their reasons for changing. And in my opinion, the fact that they loved you so much that they committed artistic suicide. And then comment. You can comment beforehand. We've only had one negative comment, by the way.
Yeah.
And negative comments are fun.
Yeah.
A guy called me fucking stupid. And I loved it. I loved it. When I seen it, I laughed. I was like, man, you know, just like listening to an album, watching a movie, if you can invoke some kind of passionate response from somebody, positive or negative, then you've done something.
Right.
So please, by all means, accept the challenge, listen, or just go right ahead and comment and say fuck you.
Yeah. You know, we're going to keep doing this because we listen to music and we drink beer.
Right. As long as we have 56 or 20, I say 20. If you unsubscribe and we go below 20, maybe we'll
Video
quit.
stopped. But yeah, comment. Leave us good comments. Leave us bad comments. You're not going to hurt our feelings any.
No,
Because we're going to keep drinking. We're going to keep listening to music.
we're thick men. We can take it.
Yeah, I'm pretty thick. If you haven't, leave comments. Kick-ass beer. Again, leave comments if you're a fan of 3 Floyds. If you're not a fan of 3 Floyds, if you think there's something better, if you think it's the best, leave us a comment. Also, you know, again, shameless plug here. Look us up on Facebook. We post stuff on there all the time. Look us up on Instagram. We post pictures, snippets out of videos that we do that don't get put onto YouTube. You know, share these videos. We're not in it for subscribers. I'm not sitting here hoping, hey, that we get 1,000 subscribers or whatever. But you know, if we do, then that just means more people are watching, and we have more opinions we can read and kind of pick from. So.
All right, I'm looking for those fake internet points. Give them to me.
Hey,
Give me all your
bring 'em on.
points.
Yeah. So, if we were able to actually do this and get some kind of monetary value out of it, it would pay for the beer and pay for the records. Maybe. But that's not what we're doing it for. We're here to drink, have a good time, listen to good music, In the past, we've listened to bad music before too. Milli Vanilli.
That's your fault.
That is my fault. Okay, so anyway, I'm James,
I'm Keith.
and you've been watching Vibrations and Libations. We appreciate your support. Keep watching. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks.